Um, I want to talk about curing. Curing is a process of preserving any food item such as meat, fish, by adding salt to it with the aim of bringing out the moisture in the meat. Some of these moistures are germ-causing moistures, by way of preserving the meat so that it can last for a longer period, and also to add flavor to the meat. You can use different ingredients, in mixing your brine. The brine simply means the solution of the curing ingredients. First of all, you need to have salt. If you want, you can have sugar as well. I'm using a brown sugar because sometimes when the salt gets too much, the sugar does the balancing in the taste of the salt, but then you have to be very careful so that it doesn't get too salty or too sugary. Also, you need clove of garlic as well as ginger. You can also add other ingredients depending on your taste or whatever material you have available to. You can use pepper, you can use spices, all the likes. However, there are two methods of curing meat. There's the dry curing as well as the one you add water to. First of all, that of dry curing is rubbing the salt, sugar directly on the meat. That one is faster, so that when you start curing, maybe 2-3 days or thereabouts, the meat is cured. But that of brine, after putting all these ingredients together, you put them in water and then you immerse the meat into the solution and then you refrigerate. You can store them for up to 7 to 10 days for proper curing. And while in the refrigerator, often you ensure that you turn the meat so that there will be adequate and even spread of the flavor into the meat. Alright, we can set this aside now while I show you the meat that I've already been curing for the past 4 days. This is beef, and basically the ingredients that I used, I brine method of curing this meat, by adding all of these ingredients that I have here into water, mixing them thoroughly, and then I blended this to ensure that I get the juice out of them. The function of this is to add flavor to it. You can even add citric acid, which you get from lemon if you so wish, and then you can what these ones do, what this sugar and salt does is that, in the chemistry we're taught osmosis. Osmosis is the process where you extract juice out of a particular maybe solid or maybe food items by extracting water out of it to dehydrate it using salt or sugar. That's what it does. It actually extracts the moisture out of the meat while adding flavor into the meat. Now this is exactly what I have here already. I've been curing this one for the past 4 days. I also have here with me chicken breast and chicken laps. These are actually broiler chicken. I've been curing them also for the past 4 days as well. And then, like I said, while in the refrigerator, you turn them regularly to ensure that this solution is evenly spread, so that no part of the meat is left unflavored or uncured. Just something like that. I do similar thing here as well. So what I'm going to do right now is to get them out of the solution and then see how we can clean them up and then dry them. First, I'm going to start with the beef. So I will take this to the sink and then let's try to clean the meat up. Scent of ginger coming out of the meat. So what we'll do is to wash it briefly. As you can see, the meat is all coming out cured. First we strain the solution. trying to get a good view of this because my camera holder seems to be slightly unstable. So we'll try to wash the meat. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the chicken as well. Just like I've washed the beef, I'll wash the chicken itself as well and then dry it as well. For the chicken, I'm going to be doing smoked chicken. I'll tell you a bit about the smoking box that I have outside later on. Let's just go on. As you can see here as well, let me just try and get as much focus as possible so you can see the details. You can see pieces of the ginger and garlic as well as the brine itself. All these have mixed well with the chicken. So the juices or the moisture inside the chicken have been extracted out. And then we have inside it return flavors of the salt, sugar, ginger and garlic. I hope this tastes good by the time I'm done with it. You can see some lacerations that I've done to the breast of the chicken. This is to enable the flavors to get in, and also while grilling and smoking, the chicken will be done all the way through. This is actually the breast of the chicken. It's quite enormous. Here we are, all in the baskets. Then we'll put it somewhere where the water can drain out for the next 2 to 3 hours. 3 hours. So let's go. Okay, so here is the meat that I've been trying to dry. This is how I've set it out to drain out the liquid content or the water that I used to wash it earlier. What I simply did is to place it in a basket. As you can see inside, there's a blue basket inside where the meat actually is, and then this other basket is meant for covering to prevent insects, or should I say flies. That's by covering this net, makes it easier for me to use the net to cover it to prevent flies from touching the meat. You don't want the meat to be contaminated. It's a way of keeping hygiene. Okay, so we'll keep it here now for the next 3 to 4 hours to properly drain out before we add other ingredients and then get them prepared for grilling as well as smoking, as the case of the beef and that of the chicken respectively. The smoker I was talking about. Before I use it, let me just do a brief description of how it looks like and how it works. Here is the main box of the smoker. This has different layers. Oh, sorry about this. These are my cleaning rags. Okay. And this is my stoking iron. Just to stoke the charcoal fire is going out. Anyways, as you can see, This is the structure of the smoker. It's a 3-layered smoker where you put your meats on the different levels of the grills. Here is the oil collecting area. You can see the tray inside. That's what is used to collect the oil that drops from the meat when being smoked. And here is the burning area. As you can see, I have charcoal inside that was used for the previous smoking session. This chamber serves dual purpose. I could either grill a meat, I could grill the meat there directly like that, or I simply can smoke with chip of woods. I can smoke while covering this, but then you can see there's a link between the burning area and the main chamber of the smoker. That link sends smoke into the main area for the meat to be smoked. One other important feature of this smoker is that there's an air trap under the burning area. This area actually collects air to fuel the charcoal, because fire needs air. That helps to burn the charcoal quickly, as well as sending smoke into the main area. I'll explain further, and then we'll see more by the time we start to smoke chicken.